Let's talk about the TickBlaze platform. And today they had a webinar. It was October 29th at 2 p.m. So that was today. And they have a replay. I'm trying to get my hands on the replay so I can post that up in our private Discord and I can, send it out if somebody's looking for it. I'm familiar with TickBlaze. TickBlaze is a pretty interesting platform. I was using it for portfolio optimization when I was in the beginning years of ramping up my FX institutional side trading fully automated, where I was able to get a system doing north of 7% monthly and was able to maintain that over the years. Well, TickBlaze did contribute to that optimization work on the portfolio optimization side. The per instrument optimization I didn't have issues with. It was like, what's the best portfolio mix? And I used it for a limited amount of time and I was blown away by its capabilities. And I didn't really need to use it for a long time for what I needed to do. And I just decided I was going to keep my physical trading on one platform and just use TickBlaze to get me even more dialed in, and it worked fantastic for that. It never really took off. I think the marketing and the presentation of the platform was a little bit overwhelming for the retail side, and it probably wasn't targeted properly for the institutional side. So let's go take a look at TickBlaze a little bit more in depth, and I want to make some comments on the platform after what I'm seeing. And I did have a long call at one point with Sean back, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, where he really gave me some good insight as to what was going to be on the platform, because I knew I needed a really high-end platform to put out my fractal dynamic range indicator that will be significant. So if I go to the tickblaze.com website, or in this case, the TickBlaze YouTube channel, I can go to homepage and you can see some videos there. I can go to videos and I can go to popular. And there's a video right here. It was shot about 5 months ago. Very likely, I would think they'll put the replay video up here pretty soon, maybe by the 30th or 31st of October. This video is, it's more of an interview with Sean, who's the CEO of NeuroStreet and TickBlaze, Arc AI, and all that. I have zero background. I know nothing about NeuroStreet, never used their tools, never used Arc AI, never had ever talked to Sean before. I just emailed him and he was kind enough. I said, hey, I do the grid algo stuff. I built tools that are kind of non-standard out of the box. I want to know what you're going to do with TickBlaze, because that's a platform that I'm building something really, really special. And I want a platform where I can look at a wide range of instruments from FX to futures to crypto to stocks as a possible alternative to the Thinkorswim platform. So when he told me about it, I was like, wow, this is really going to be great. So I know it's probably going to take a couple months for them to get some of the stuff honed out, but at least the platform will be here. And I do think this video is watching, and I'll go ahead and put it into the link. And they do cover some of the capabilities of the platform, and that's 5-month-old news. So once the replay comes out, if you haven't seen if you didn't go to the webinar today, then that will give you a lot more. So anyhow, I'm really looking forward to this platform. I know myself personally, I'm going to make a big push with my futures trading, just for trading automated and talking out to, a set of 20 FTT accounts per tax ID. That I'll do on Quant Tower. I'm moving everything over to Quant Tower for anything I do with FTT accounts. And I have the Quant Tower tools really, really close now to launch. So that's fine for my futures trading. But for the bigger picture of doing market analysis and really seeing where the edges of the market are, There's a really good video I put up recently that you might want to take a quick look at. So there's a couple videos I've put up recently on the front indicator. This one is from 2 weeks ago. It's iGrid, new fractals indicator, build plans briefing. And then I have another set of two videos where I get into the build discussion. That's more just about, various ways that you can utilize fractal math in analyzing and determining where are the actual edges of the market, whether the market's in a cyclical uptrend, a cyclical sideways trend, or a cyclical downtrend. That can be done in a way that it gives you a more precise definition, or what I call fractal dynamic range indication, that at all times you basically know exactly where the edges are of the market are, the upper and lower end of the range, regardless of the cyclical direction of the market. And that's huge because that's important if you're looking back on a 5-minute chart 30 days back, or if you want to look at a chart on the 30-minute chart going back all the way to the beginning of the year. The fractal dynamic range indicator will have the ability to set the look back period and some other parameters to adjust it to the level of analysis you want to do. So you can do some lower time frame analysis while you also do your much higher time frame analysis. So this is going to be a tool, and the ways I've seen recent other groups attempt to do this to me are way too complicated, and there's two important things that they missed, in my opinion, on getting this right. And I'm going to do it my way. They did it their way, and in the end, I'm very confident my way is going to be a very interesting ability that's going to be almost head scratching to know, like, when you get these super, super big rallies, and then all of a sudden the fractal dynamic range indicator says, okay, now, we're at the 5% level, meaning 95% of all price bars are in that midsection range. Now you're on the extreme edge of the market's dynamic range. And there's a lot of ways you can use that information. So it's not just about initiating a new mean reversion trade for trade back to the mean, but it could be you might be long for 3 weeks in Apple, and now you're watching Apple on the fractal dynamic range indicator, and it's telling you, okay, you're now at the upper edge of the dynamic range. Hey, that's time to cash some out, or cash all out, or move up stop. So I want to build a tool, and the TickBlaze platform will be absolutely perfect because anybody can use it on ETFs, stocks, crypto, FX, futures on one platform, and not having to be having the indicator running on multiple platforms, like one over here for futures and one over here for FX, and I need one over here to do my stock and ETF trading. So some really, really big stuff is brewing and building in the background that's been bogging down a lot of my programming work, but there's a method to the madness, and it's all going to start going boom, 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 and hitting here very, very soon. We're getting very close on some significant launch items. So anyhow, just wanted to say you should check out the TickBlaze webinar. When I can get the webinar replay link, I'll post it up. But maybe go subscribe to the TickBlaze channel. I know I'm going to be in the initial group that gets access to the more premium version of it. And I'm really looking forward to putting some really high-end and some exceptionally effective tools to help all traders, regardless of what markets you track. Because I love working the edges of the market and working what I call level sweeps and level test trades in and amongst the stuff I do automated. So having a tool that helps me know where's the edges of the market on the upper and lower side at all times is going to be a game changer. And the institutional folks are always trying to develop tools to do just that. That's like, it's important for them to know where value is and all that, but they really, really, you should see what they do to try to continue to find where the edges of the market. And I think I've come up with a way that'll be highly effective. So there you have it. If you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. There's going to be some significant changes to our program in the next over the next few days as we transition out of October into November because of some of the big stuff that's going to get released. So the pricing will obviously be affected when I drop some of this big stuff. And if you want to get into the program now and kind of, in a sense, get in before we adjust pricing, I would definitely get a hold of me either today or tomorrow, because once we hit November 1st, at any moment, I'm going to get ready to change things up. And as far as pricing and access and everything for anybody new coming on board, anybody that's in will get grandfathered and get access to what they have. But going forward, there's going to be some significant changes. So more great news and more goodies on deck. And that's what I do. I build tools. I love building stuff that's out of the box, hybrid, non-standard, to look at things in ways very different than other people do from a design standpoint, as far as entrapping patterns and seeing movements of price in ways that typical indicators or old school math just doesn't have the same level of effectiveness. So there you have it. Have a great day, and a lot more videos are going to be dropped in the days ahead, so stay tuned. Lots of big stuff on deck.